love it. I don't think another
Hey guys!
console has a better start. Like, PS2's is pretty good. PS3's is just... meh.
Welcome back to Cosmoteer! And what were we doing? What were we doing? Yeah, that was English.
I always loved on this fucking screen for Headline and Twisted Metal Lost that this is like Sweet Tooth is like morphing into the two versions of himself.
I know, it's a pretty cool effect.
Really cool.
It's a pretty interesting effect. Oh yeah, we were about to jump. And you guys notice? My face is over here now because it used to be over there. I had to put it here because you guys see, it was blocking our money.
And we need that money to buy drugs. I'm joking.
Okay, you can do whatever you want with your money, is just... okay.
We and, whatever the fuck this channel is called, do not endorse the use of drugs.
Now.
I had a late night and early morning. Please bear with me.
Yeah, because you know you had a late night when you don't even know what the channel name is called.
Rob the Blocky Fox. Or Rob the Fox, I guess.
I was gonna say Blocky, that's our old one.
You don't want to play as.
And as you guys see here, there's also a little window of our ship, as you guys can see. Oh my lord! So yeah, my face was blocking quite a few things. Whoops! Okay, our ship's turning around now. Okay, we already got 9,000. Let's put in a few more doors, especially for right here. What is mirror mode doing on? Get off. Ow! I guess I might as well leave mirror mode on.
I thought I had data on this game. I don't have any of the shit. I thought I had data for this.
And dead. Okay.
I totally thought I had a save for this.
Okay, now someone was telling me in the comments of our last video. Yes, for anyone wondering, I do read the comments. That for anybody guess that doesn't believe me. That crew in this game is more important than energy. Well, I agree. I agree. Yeah. I agree and disagree. And you guys might be wondering, what the hell do I mean by that? For me, I found is that, well, crew increases your efficiency. Like how fast things get done. Energy, it increases your energy reload speed, so you get more energy faster. So when you really think about it, both energy and crew are equally important, but when it comes to basically getting processes done, it's best to have a lot of crew first, or basically, like, I'm not saying for you guys to go out and completely just fill your ships up with crew and just leave it at that. No, what I'm saying is, it's good to have a baseline of a good amount of crew, and then start putting in energy. Is what I'm trying to say here. Once again, my tongue, my brain is being dumber. And now we got the huge thrusters. Guys, watch that little screen there on the left. Just watch. Oh, well, we don't have the engines room. The engines rooms. Guys, English. It's failing me today. Whoa! Whoops! I did not mean to do that. Freaking the freaking engine booster shut off. I accidentally turned them on again. Whoops! Oh, it's a Jet Sam. This must be the second one we fought today. It's using the rusty texture. I find that kind of cool though. It actually looks like rust, like old metal. Looks like corrosion. Okay, doors. Now, one thing I will say about this, guys, putting in doors is good for getting stuff done quickly, but do not put too many in, because it says here, allows crew and fire to travel between rooms. So, basically, if you're going to be putting in doors, put in enough so that your crew can travel throughout your ship easily, but fire will have a difficult time getting through it, which one thing I found, that's not particularly easy to do. Because it's a real fine balance between the two. And we're gonna need a extra FTL drive here in a second. Here we go. Those thrusters are still insane. Wait a minute. If those engine rooms increase the engine power by 75%, are they going to have an effect on the boosters? Oh god! I didn't think about that until now. Oh! Okay, yep, he did. No, I tell you, he did. Stupid reference. Now, what should I do here? Should I leave the reactors the way that they are? Or should I make them 3x3 squares with like an FTO drive or a energy container in the middle? I didn't think about that. Well, let's put... What the hell? Ah! I almost get 100% here regardless. Wait a minute. Let's take... Huh? Oh. Pardon me, I'm a dumbass. I don't know why that just struck me so funny. Pardon me, I'm a dumbass. Well, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'll put my FTO drive here. I'll put our FTO drives here. And here we go. Now, one thing I learned, it's best to try and get the crew and energy amounts up to the recommended level as fast as possible, because one thing I learned is that basically you got a minimal and a recommended level. The minimal level is basically what's minimally required to just get the ship running. The recommended level is to get the ship fully running at full capacity. There's a mosquito flying around here. Did I kill it? Oh, my hands are stinging now. What the hell? I hope that mosquito's dead. Yeah, a quick note, or kind of quick something off topic here. I'm a fox that does not like mosquitoes very much. I hate them.
Does anything like mosquitoes very much? Does any creature or person like mosquitoes very much?
Good point.
Other than like that weird mosquito. Other than that weird mosquito bit, they just like one punch into the side of the building and one
Oh yeah, that giant that giant mosquito lady.
I fucking love One Punch Man.
Oh man, that anime is great. Like when I first heard about it, I'm just like, I wasn't like too sure on it because I mean like I'm not really so much like I'm not really the kind of person to be like into like the high actiony types of anime. I mean I've seen
a parody of those.
I know, but that's like what the first impressions I got. I seen from the clips, and like like the most actiony-ish type of anime I seen was SD Gundam Force. Like, if I must be honest, and that one does have action into it. Yeah, no duh. But I mean,
I like a lot of actiony anime though.
That's mecha stuff.
Like, action and comedy generally what I've veered toward. It's kind of like my same with my taste in movies.
One thing I'll honestly say. When I saw the first episode of One Punch Man, I'm just like, alright. Yep, this is good. And the next thing I know,
parody of all your
next thing I know,
shows and your shonen action shows. It's like a parody. So
next thing I know, I seen 2 episodes a day up until I finished the until I finished the current season of it. We're season 2, goddammit!
In hell, I guess.
Oh crap.
I like a good action anime, man. One Punch Man is really good.
Like, one thing I honestly say, like, going on about what I was saying before. The types of animes that you usually find me around is like sci-fi types of animes, like say like Transformers and stuff like that. Mainly, well, not really so much sci-fi, but I'd say so much of action, mechas. That's the common area you see me around in. A lot of your like, god damn it. Basically, your slice of life. Yeah, slice of life, comedies, stuff like that. It's basically stuff that's anything that is cute and funny. That's where you usually find me. So I mean, like, coming across One Punch Man for the first time with before you even saw the first episode, yeah, I guess you could pretty much guess that I wasn't quite sure about it when I first saw it. When I first saw clips of it.
Yeah, because I don't know about Q, but that show is definitely fucking funny. That show's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I found that out when I seen the first episode. I'm just like, yep, okay, I'm done. Okay, engine room. Let's put a couple of these in.
I like more action anime, like a lot of your shonens. Like, I really kind of grew out of a lot of the old ones, like the Naruto's. I used to be hella into Bleach, but I might get back into it one day. I might read the manga, but I'm pretty much done with the anime because, for one, they never finished it, or they finished it and didn't do the last arc. And 2,
okay,
the filler is unbearable. The filler is fucking bad. Like, there is way too much filler in that series. Like, if I have to put anything against it, that is my major complaint. That, and there is the classic shonen case of main character / main villain being so stupidly overpowered, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, Aizen gets fucking ridiculously OP, and it's just like, okay, come on.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing about One Punch Man. Like, Saitama, he gets so...
he makes fun of that shit.
Yeah, like, he gets so ridiculously overpowered, he actually gets bored with it.
Yeah, it's a fucking parody of that trope, and that's why that show's so great, because there's a lot of shonen animes that have villain slash main hero is so ridiculously overpowered. That's why everyone hates fucking Sword Art Online, because the main character in that show is fucking OP.
Yeah, one thing I'll agree with what one thing I'll honestly agree with what Last Pause said. Like anybody and their mother that no, like anybody that basically once SAO gets mentioned, everybody and their mother just rages about it.
Here's the thing: I watched the first episode, and it just wasn't for me. Like I didn't hate it.
Holy sweet mother of crap!
Like I watched the first, I want to say 2 episodes.
Wow! Right? I gotta see that close up. Whoa!
And I was just sitting here like, neat concept. I mean, it's been done before, but neat concept. But I'm not really into it. Just seems like another cookie cutter anime. It didn't seem like bad. It just seemed kind of like generic.
Yeah, basically the whole thing like
classified for that.
Yeah, it's basically the whole thing like it's been done. This has been done before.
Like it's
Can I
just
put 4 of these things in here?
It just feels kind of like a generic shonen anime, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you like it, you like it. It's just not. There wasn't really any kind of gimmick or thing to get me into it. Just Bleach, I love the monster designs, and I thought all the swords and shit were cool. My Hero is just good all around. Probably the best shonen out right now is bad.
I never seen
JoJo.
I never seen My Hero.
Just a really high quality shonen show in the vein of like, it's just a good shonen action show all around. It's like based on like superheroes. It's basically a world where almost everyone has a superpower.
Huh?
Like 90% of the world or something, and like there's like a hero school, an organization, and all this other shit. And it's just a well-written show. The characters are likable. It's just good.
How the hell did I just do that?
And then JoJo, the weirdness was the hook for that one, definitely.
Whoops.
Just how different it was than anything I've seen up to that point. Like, season 1 was pretty much par for the course. And I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
And by near the end, it started getting really weird and creative. I was like, okay. Then I saw Battle Tendency, and I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm in. This show's fucking ridiculous. I love it.
Okay, I don't mean to trigger JoJo fans, but I never seen JoJo.
Good action anime that's also hilarious sometimes, also scary sometimes. Like, there's like horror elements in certain episodes, like, and like, hell, there's episodes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
In part 3, that there's just homages to horror movies. Like, they straight up reference The Shining in the Alessi fight.
That's a good idea.
The entire devil fight, Ebony Devil fight, is based on Chucky.
You guys are wondering, why did I just put out these fire extinguishers in here? This is basically just to keep this middle section under wraps in case it happens to catch on fire.
And the Death 13 fight's just fucking not Friday 13, like Nightmare on Elm Street style.
Whoa! I never used 4 ion beams like this before. The maximum I used was 3 because I didn't think I could do it, but I know that now. Whoa! Hello, baby! Is there anything to get your face burned off? Jesus. Everything goes quite awesome.
Like
massive lasers.
The thing with JoJo is like, battle per battle, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get a horror fight. You don't know if you're going to get straight action or you're going to get like a funny joke fight. Especially in part 3. Because like there's like fights that are basically just there for the comedy. Like the Oingo Boingo fights or the Mariah fight. Which has the single funniest moment in JoJo history. The fucking
No, wait.
The fucking them stuck together trying to pull apart, and it looks like they're fucking dry pumping in the middle of the street. That is the funniest fucking scene along. Yeah.
However, there's one thing I would say, and you'll probably see this coming. Dwang.
How homoerotic JoJo is because everyone knows.
Dwang. There's no way that you can see JoJo or come across JoJo without coming across Dwang.
Especially if you're talking about part 4. Which is my favorite part currently. And I haven't read Dwang all the way through, but the scan I read, they kept a lot of the more choice lines in there for lulz.
Oh god.
Like it was a good translation, but they kept some of the more infamous lines in there as jokes for the fan.
Oh shit, wait, stop. Stop! I didn't mean to do that. Okay, these I do want put up here.
It's great.
Ah! You're gonna make me dizzy! You're gonna make me dizzy, don't freaking do that.
Yeah, part 5's coming out, I've got to read that, and then I want to read all the other parts. I heard part 7 is really good, and I heard part 6 gets fucking insane. Like, really fucking insane.
Okay, I gotta see this.
Part 7 does too.
I just gotta see what this looks like. Because that looks absolutely freaking ridiculous. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Any manga that is about people running across the country in a horse race to get the parts, to get these bones of Jesus Christ in order to get superpowers while fighting a president who can bring versions of himself from different realities. And then a girl gets pregnant with the head of Jesus and that gives her a stand. And then, again, the more I read about part 7, the more I just want to part 7.
Or tastes like liar.
That's part 5. That's like early part 5.
Has that been animated yet?
It'll no, because the first episode was, and they showed it at like a con, I think at AX or something, but it hasn't come out officially yet. But that'll probably be in the second episode, second or third. It depends on how many episodes it takes for them to do the opening, like chase between Koichi and Giorno. JoJo fans know what I'm talking about, no one else does. Depends on how long it takes them to get through that.
Not bad.
Because that's the Bruno fight where the liar thing happens, and that's literally like the first real fight.
I want to do something with this.
Real stand fight. So it'll be episode 2 or 3.
I'm gonna do something with this. And I think I'm also gonna put like a few crew quarters in here. And don't worry, like, eventually I'm gonna have both of these sides completely layered up with shields. So there's gonna be no worries about saw damage, but it's gonna take a while for us to get that far. Jesus, that is ridiculous.
Jesus.
You just seen those freaking boosters just complete, just like, it's good. Wow. I have, for as many times and for as long as I played that game, that middle section of that Tri-Raptor has never been cut off so cleanly before. That's ridiculous. There we go. Now the question is, should we keep these boosters or should we just go with raw speed? You know what? I will keep these boosters. I will keep these boosters because they seem to be quite handy. Crap. And you guys are probably looking at your screens right now. Rob, are you freaking crazy putting crew quarters in where explosive nuclear reactors are? Each of these are going to be each of these are going to be spaced out. So if something were to explode, it will only be that section. You guys are probably wondering, why did I put spaces in between these fire extinguishers? So people can still get... so these people here that's in the middle section can still get out to the rest of the ship rather quickly and easily. Instead of being completely boxed in. Which I had to quickly change because I found out that was a bad idea. Jump, please. Gotta love hotkeys sometimes. What am I saying? Whoa, there goes my voice. I love hotkeys. Hotkeys is a symbol of convenience. And don't worry, I will be making ships using the different designated weapons. How I'm going to do that yet, I don't know. And we still need to give this ship a name. Good dog. Yeah, it just completely just cuts it cleanly right out of the two sections. One thing I honestly like though, fights just stop cracking. Is that even like the built-in ships like gets updated for every update. I know it's something to be expected, but I still find it cool, damn it. There we go. You guys are probably wondering, Rob, you're going a little bit crazier in the doors there, aren't you? Well, considering the amount of fire extinguishers that's in here, and I'm gonna be planning on putting in more, it's not gonna really matter all that much. These guys, this ship, yeah, it's small compared to what I have plans for it. Believe me. Oh shit. Just instantaneously. Oh, I freaking love that. One annoying thing, and I think they actually fixed it, was that sometimes when I started flight, the ship would just stay stuck, and I had to like basically reset its position, or I had to reposition it in order for it to be updated, or just so the ship can move again. It was a little annoying, but I think they fixed that. Okay, we're good on people. We got 114 crew in. What's the recommended? 105, 64, and we need 85 power. Okay. That'll be the next thing I'll be putting in. Boost it. Yeah, now that I think about it, when it comes to say like a full ship size, like to give you guys a rough idea on just how big of a ship I'm planning on going for here, probably putting in 4 or 8 boosters, probably 8, more closer. And right now we're currently using 2. I love that. I'm sorry guys, I friggin' love it. I mean, it's pirate ship murder. I say pirate starship murder. I mean, what's so wrong about that? Use thruster, do we have enough? Yes, we do. Don't worry, I'll be putting in more of these turning thrusters soon, because that's something we're definitely gonna need. What the hell? Oh, we're too close to the target now for us to use the boost properly, so the forward thrusters is actually pulling us back.
Yeah, they're back. Back again.
Welcome back, man.
Really back. Now I'm back.
Burning some ships like a maniac.
Eminem's last album kinda sucked. It did.
Well, I was just gonna say, what how many bit were you triggered with that now?
No one, everyone thought that last album sucks. And what's weird, because like the one before that, Marshall Mathers LP2, which I have, is actually pretty fucking good. But the one he put out last year was not. Yes, I like Eminem, don't judge me. I don't listen to much rap, but when I do, I prefer good rap. And Eminem's good. Most of the time.
My nose is sweaty. Just a detail I tell you guys like to know. Is that mosquito back? My nose is sweaty.
Because usually I listen to rock. A lot of rock and metal, but every now and then I'll listen to some hip hop or just whatever the fuck Gorillaz are, wherever the fuck Ween is. A lot of bands I listen to don't really fit a specific genre.
They just fit whatever they want to fit, basically. Thanks, Arbor, not
Yeah, like
jerk.
Gorillaz have done like punk, alt rock, fucking dance music, fucking.
Okay, now let's install.
Hip-hop,
Oh god, that's gonna make me
everything.
get nauseous. Here we go.
Ween, God, they'll do whatever the fuck they want. They made a fucking country album.
Like I said, they'll do whatever.
But they'll make Ocean Man 1 minute and then make an entire country album the next minute.
Here's Falcon, this is what I was referring to. Oh, there's a shield generator in the front. Well, I'm a dumbass.
Falcon Punch!
And there's the electro boats down, actually shutting off some of the systems. You know what, to be honest, putting on the engine boosters on the Falcon, which, as you guys seen, yes, it's inspired off of the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, which honestly I find pretty cool.
Hey, that's a good ship to base anything off of. Millennium Falcon's fucking cool.
Except for maybe Transformers.
That actually turned out not bad. Did you see the new one?
Yeah, I know.
That was actually pretty cool. The original one doesn't look good. Like the original Millennium Falcon. Maybe
oh yeah. Speaking of Transformers, have you been keeping up with the Bumblebee movie?
A little bit, not as much as I probably should.
Okay, in the movie there's 3 Decepticons. 2 of them are triple changers, and 2 of them are different types of muscle cars. But one of them is a F-13 jet, or was it F-14 jet? There was one of it. And it's in Starscream's color scheme and body style.
Yeah.
And even has Starscream's helmet.
Pretty sure they confirmed that somewhere that it is Starscream. Which is better than the gray Dorito that we usually get.
No. They confirmed it as Blitzwing.
I don't believe you. I'm going to look this up. Give me a minute.
And to be honest, when I seen it, I firmly agree with the general consensus. Travis Knight, what the hell are you doing?
Because if that's true, hype go down. Because I was actually pretty hyped for this one. This one was actually looking pretty good. But you're telling me that that's not Starscream.
I'm telling you, that's not Starscream. Or at least that's not what they're going by it.
Where did you read this?
I seen this on Dozinski's channel, and apparently it was official news that Travis Knight himself stated in Comic-Con when they were showing stuff off. Yeah, apparently that's Blitzwing.
That can't be right. I refuse to believe that. I'm not saying you're a liar, and I'm not saying the guy who made the movie is a liar. I'm just saying that I refuse to believe this reality, because that looks like a fucking Starscream. That doesn't look like
I know.
else.
Me along with everybody else that's seen this character design, we all thought the same thing. And the funny thing is, Viacom, they originally accidentally leaked the name of the Decepticon and they called it Starscream. But shortly after, they changed their tweet and they've removed the name and they changed it into a nameless Decepticon. And then the next time around, when the name got revealed again, it was Blitzwing. And not very many people are pleased about that, and I generally agree.
Because everything else about this movie looked great.
The funny thing is, the movie was supposed to have nothing to do with Bayformers. It's supposed to be a soft reboot / prequel to the Bayformers universe.
I guess in that way it makes sense, because then it's like...
But the character designs were supposed to be strictly G1. But the funny thing is this. Travis said that he likes the designs from Bayformers. But yeah, he said himself this current movie was going to have nothing to do with Bayformers itself. Yeah, all I can say is, if you guys are having hard trouble wrapping your head around this, you're not alone. Because me and several other people is either had or still having the same amount of trouble.
I'm just trying to confirm the facts here, man. I'm just trying to see what I can figure out on this, because I refuse to believe that they're that stupid, because everything else looks so good. How could they do something that stupid when everything else looks so good? Granted, we shouldn't be that mad because they shuffle Transformers names around all the time, right?
But one thing,
it looks so much like
Starscream. When they were going for the full G1 aesthetic, and when they make a G1 Starscream character, and they call it somebody else, that does not make any sense. No matter what way you look at it.
Yeah.
I better turn these boosters off.
Oh my god, really?
Did you find it?
Yes, and they put a fucking Dio meme. God damn it, TF Wiki, I love you. You thought it was Starscream, but it was Blitzwing.
Yep.
And looking at it again, though, I can't... it's still Starscream as fuck, but I can kind of see it being a different character.
But given the name that's given,
more like Starscream than anything.
Yeah, given the name that's given, can you see that character initially? Can you see that character as anybody but Starscream?
With just how it looks, I mean, his design does look a lot like Starscream. Like there's like
they even have his cheek vents.
Yeah, and you know, again, here's the thing. If it was if they came out and said, no, that's fucking Skyquake, or no, that's fucking, or Skywarp, or whatever, or no, that's fucking, whatever the other, Thundercracker, I'd be like, okay, because it looks like a Seeker head. Like, that could be any of the Seekers. Like, other than the color with the red there, which is that's what everyone thought was Starscream immediately.
Guys, just look at the fire.
It could pass for any Seeker. Blitzwing's not a Seeker, though.
No, so he's a triple changer. And what some people believe, which I honestly agree with them, I hope that this is basically just Travis Knight trolling us, and basically and we find out later that this has been Starscream the whole entire time.
Even if not, I'm kind of coming around a little bit. I'm thinking it still looks better than a Bayformers design. Given it's not who we think it is, it still looks better than a traditional Bayformers. It still looks more G1-y. And it's still a good design. It's just not who we thought it was. So
and here's what's weird.
I'm not raising my torches yet.
Supposedly, even Bumblebee is a triple changer.
What would his other mold be? An actual bee?
No, apparently, there's two modes shown in the trailer. There was this traditional VW bug. And
I'm so glad they brought that back.
The other mode that was shown in the trailer was him with the front of a Jeep. And he had his bat mask on.
Maybe he gets battled in and has to scan things later. Or maybe something happens where he has to scan and hold mode because I'm just fucking spitballing ideas here. None of this. I don't know anything about this movie. I'm still shocked from this Blitzwing thing. I will say though, I'm glad they're going more G1-y with it. I'm glad that the movie looks like they're.
I mean, yes. Other than the whole Blitzwing fiasco, I'm honestly hyped for this movie. And the last time the last time I honestly been hyped for a Transformers movie was Dark of the Moon. Like, yeah. I'm
hyped for the other Transformers movie coming out that I can't see, and I'm pissed that I can't see it. You know they're re-releasing the '86 movie in theaters right now, like in September.
Oh.
Yeah, they're bringing back the '86 movie for a limited theater run in September. I don't know if they're doing it up in Canada, but if they're doing it today, I'm like, wow. That movie's still the best Transformers movie, though this looks pretty good. Because it looks like they're honestly trying to stray away from product placement, explosions, sex jokes, which is pretty much all.
And one thing, one of the newest images was Bumblebee in his robot mode sitting on a couch.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to be a bit more lighter in tone, trying to make the characters even the robots a bit more.
More depth. And like what people would say, like Travis Knight has been known for like basically making more like story or more story driven.
Well, yeah, because Travis Knight, he made a bunch of really good like who made a lot of really good stop motion movies, like Paranorman, Coraline, Kubo. Like he makes like a lot of good.
So I
really
mean, like he's going for a more story-driven or more story-entered movie instead of just going for action, explosions.
Yeah, Michael Burr, no,
yeah, and rather obscene jokes.
Yeah, like that's the thing that really brought the fucking Transformers, the Bayformers movies down, is they kind of have this dude bro, just explosions, chest, substrate, this kind of dude bro aesthetic that kind of try hard dude bro aesthetic, and then the later movies are like try hard to be dark, like.
But like what people have been saying, like what Travis Knight is doing, is that he's going more subtle. He's basically he's bringing in
these movies need.
He's bringing in the funny, but he's not trying to be forceful with it.
Yeah, like, because here's the thing. Transformers has always had a little bit of comedy here and there. It's a cartoon, for Christ's sakes. And Bayformers, they went for the more crude, college, frat house humor. Whereas he looks like he's trying to do some more natural humor, more akin to what we see in shows. Because you want to see the perfect blend of Transformers and humor, animated's probably the best bet. Animated or Beast Wars have like the perfect blend of action and humor.
Oh, you mean like the time that Dunneberg got shot in the crotch?
Yeah, or the time where like Megatron's trying to find the traitor in his group and he's wearing a fucking powdered wig. Or all the times with the fucking rubber duck he has, just squeaking it with his big fucking Tyranno arm.
Or the time that Rhinox had like a bad bean vines and just and just basically just exploded the Predacons away.
And the last thing you see where Evans is Megatron going, oh no.
And in the end, it had Megatron. It just like he was hanging upside down in the tree, and it was like, "This is my most humiliating defeat in my entire career." Yes. Good God.
Or no, it was yes or no. Either way, it was fucking hilarious. Like again, Beast Wars in animated do like really good mixing of humor, action, and drama. And there's like serious drama, there's good action, there's good humor. Those shows blend it really, really well. Prime might too. I remember some funny moments in Prime, but I haven't watched it all the way through yet, so it's on my list, guys. Probably gonna be the next one.
And one thing about Prime, with funny moments, yeah, considering that one of the, oh my lord, considering one of the Autobots like literally die in the first episode, the first season, yeah, comedy is not exactly one of the first things to be expected.
I'd say that's probably one of the darkest show. That or Machines. I'd say Beast Machines or Prime are probably the darkest cartoons we've gotten. Discounting, like, you know, the made for, like, the fucking, like some of the other, like, sad stuff, like the movies, but, like, those are probably the darkest things, because Beast Machines is all your favorite rise-quacking characters go to their planet to find everyone literally dead in their main villain's planet.
And yeah, and Megatron is running the whole entire planet. Megatron is literally the planet.
Yep. And all your favorite characters are either dead or missing. Like Rhinox is MIA, Silverbolt's MIA. Like, it's really just Primal, Cheetor, Black Arachnia, and Rat Trap for the longest.
And what do they find when they do find their friends? They found out there are a bunch of destructive, hungry vehicons.
Yep, and when they get them back, like Rhinox just fucking does a complete heel turn, and fucking Silverbolt is just like a revenge-crazed nut job.
That's a spread
So it's like fuck. And like, yeah, that show was definitely the darker, but again, they were trying to experiment and try something different. Beast Wars had its moments, but it was pretty like light tone for the most part. So it got some of the later seasons, some of the more like shit started going down.
Oh yeah, speaking of Beast Wars, I just remembered another funny moment. Was it the time that Megatron went up to the Maximal base and Rhinox was there, basically a megaphone pops up with like a bunch of guns around it, and Megatron says, "I come in peace," and Rhinox is there on the other end. You're about to leave in pieces, and then the feedback sound rings through the megaphone and it's like, "A stubborn Maximum fool." What's that? Curse him for this impertinence. Megatron's like, he goes freaking deaf over the feedback sound.
Yeah, fucking Beast Wars is amazing. Wars is fucking great, and like one of the best things to come out of the fucking 90s, man. That's what I say, man. Like all these kids with their fucking vehicle transformers. I grew up when they were all animals, and that was fucking awesome. Like dude, most of my Transformers were like fucking Beast Wars.
Yeah, and people say truck, not monkey. Yeah, I like to see that. I like to see them see that now with the new masterpieces out. more like truck and monkey. Come on.
Man, like, because for a while I didn't even know they were different people. Like when Armada came out, before I actually watched it, and I just saw commercials, I was like, "Huh, he turned into a truck." I didn't know. I didn't watch RID. Honestly, I didn't even know what he was.
Yeah, I never knew of RID either until I actually seen it. I'm like,
because it got like schedule fucked really bad because it came out it came out in 2001 around a specific date, and a lot of action shows got fucked in the ass. Anything that involved like blowing stuff up or shooting guns or anything, there were issues.
Okay, we got a bit of a problem going on here.
They got canceled. There was episodes that switched airing orders. There was a bunch of action shows that were fucked by that.
Guys, this is why I use stack shields. So you guys see here, there's like 3 layers of like shields right here. Well, 2 layers currently.
Oh, alright, that's another one. That's another one that has a good blend.
Yeah, especially when you look at Skybot and the Predacons.
If y'all like old school Pokemon, I know it's a weird analogy, you like RID because it's kind of the same formula of lurking in the background, but you also have your incompetent bad guys that are just fucking bumblefucks. Like, the Predacons might as well be Team Rocket. Guess fucking what, motherfucker. They finally did it. Jesse and James are officially in an official Pokemon mainline game.
Oh.
They're in Let's Go Easy Pikachu.
Oh.
Actually in. in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee Pikachu. It took, what, almost 20 years? When did the anime come out? Like 98? So, about, like, 10... to finally do it, but they're in a mainline Pokemon game, not just like a spin-off like Puzzle League, they're in a mainline Pokemon game. Me is losing his shit over that. Because, come on, most of us grew up with Pokemon Season 1. And we all remember laughing at Team Rocket, come on.
And, well, so if you like the Team Rocket-esque Predacons, you would like a pair of Decepticons and Transformers Cybertron, because they're pretty much the same thing. They're just as Optimus literally says in one of his lines, I'm not even kidding, comic relief.
Yep. Well, that's like an anime trope in general, especially in older anime, is the bumbling shitty bad guy team. They're just there for comic relief that are never really like Dragon Ball.
One thing I would say about Ransack and Crumple Zone, they're a pair of bumbling idiots.
Well, that's just like in Dragon Ball, like they had that archetype too, because you had Pilaf and his gang. And they were just the fucking shitty, incompetent villains that never did anything. It's like a trope, and like Jesse and James are like the most well-known of that trope, obviously.
Face the stupid avalanche idiot.
They're great.
Ooh, so we can get 61
awesome.
grand for this. Sweet. Here we go.
I think it's awesome.
There we go. See the full.
I think it's about
slow burn.
I think it's about time, just because of reference, like. I think it's about time. People who grew up on the anime, like, they're iconic characters. I saw two. Halloween, we went to like a trick-or-treat thing, and one of the these teachers, it was like at school, and there's teachers that were very unfairly dressed as Jesse and James.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was losing my shit the whole time I was there, just staring at it. I'm like, oh my god.
Whoops.
This is amazing. And it was good costumes too, like they had their hair did and everything. Like it was a really good Jesse and James cosplay, and I was like, holy shit.
One thing that honestly still has me a bit confused to this day was, why was they always like gender swapped anytime they were in disguises?
Comedy.
Good point.
That's another thing Japan loves doing, because I think Japan watched Bugs Bunny a bit too much and thought it was the funniest thing in the world, so they put it in everything. That's my theory.
True.
Don't forget, Bugs Bunny is the original trap. Don't forget. Think about it.
I'm not going to argue with you there.
You know I'm right. The first cartoon character I know of that did that shit. East or West. So, like... But yeah, and they got an episode banned over that. I told you about the inflatable cleavage, right? How there was an episode where James like gave himself fake tits and like had these huge inflatable boobs, and they cut that out.
Good job. Oh my sweet lord, guys! Just look at the flames coming out of the friggin' boosters over there. That's ridiculous.
But yeah,
ship went too fast. Whoops. Spartan. That looks like one of the droid control ships from Clone Wars. Oh, Attack of the Clones. I'm an idiot. Or Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones, whatever. Same difference. It takes place during the same time.
Here's the difference. Anything with the name Clone Wars is better than Attack of the Clones fight. That movie just Like, Jango Fett's kind of cool, and the arena fight's kind of cool. And it was kind of cool, like, the novelty of seeing Yoda actually fight for the first time was kind of neat. But, again, Clone Wars, the cartoons have that, but better. And they're actually well written. Like, both cartoons, like, even the CG one's pretty good, honestly. Looking back at it, the CG one actually wasn't bad. They're bringing that back. They're about to do like a last season to connect it to Rebels or something, I think.
Oh.
Rebels is like the canon sequel, but I think they're doing another season of Clone Wars to kind of connect the two.
Wow.
But, yeah, they revealed it at Comic-Con. And then there's the original Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars, which is just, hey, you know Samurai Jack? Have the guy who made that make a Star Wars thing.
Turbo Ion Frigate.
And it did Grievous about a billion times better than Episode 3 did. The movie he was made for did a worse job of conveying him than the weird spin-off cartoon.
And that's saying something.
He was an intimidating badass in the fucking cartoon. And he just fucking murks an entire crew of Jedi, like 5 or 6 Jedi single-handedly. And like, I think one gets away, and another one is critically wounded, and then everyone else is fucking dead. That's a pretty good first impression.
And you guys are probably wondering, these turning switches here, don't worry. I am going to be expanding on this ship a lot soon.
And here's the thing, he had the Jedi pinned down in a derelict ship with an army of droids, and he fucking calls them off to finish them off himself. That's how much of a badass he was in the fucking cartoon. And then in the movie, he just shows up, fights Obi-Wan for a little bit, then Obi-Wan kills him.
Yeah, he fights, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Alright, yeah, he fights this guy who died 2 movies ago.
Yeah,
he... mixed up a little bit. You're thinking of Darth Maul.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Darth Maul.
Qui-Gon Jinn fights Darth Maul.
Yeah, he gets sliced in half. Wait, doesn't Maul like go insane or something, like, because he gets grafted to like this freaking like spider thing?
Yes, and it's awesome. I've seen that episode and it's great. Like his brother, because he has a brother in Clone Wars, Savage. He finds him because this Oracle told him to go find him, but he's fucking sold to this weird spider robot and is just completely out of his fucking mind. And he's just speaking nonsense. Like, he's just gone. And they eventually, though, he fucking brings him back, gives him a proper player robot leg, and has the Oracle, do a mind thing to fix him, and then he, becomes, a major character in, the last season of Clone Wars. Let's be honest, they just brought him back to get ratings because everyone thinks he's cool because he has a fucking killer design. He's a space demon with a double-bladed lightsaber. Come on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he looks like a devil almost.
He's a space demon with a double-ended lightsaber. And you know what the Clone Wars did? Another cool thing is, I think it might be a retcon or not.
Huh?
Is that Asajj Ventress, who was a character in the original Clone Wars cartoon, and returns as a major character in the new one.
Huh?
She's the same race. The males have the horns and more demon-like appearance, and the females are bald and more slenderly built.
Huh?
And they're more do magic and shit. They're like witches.
Huh.
So that's a weird retcon that his race and it's weird. But but neat. I thought it was cool. It's just weird and different. Then again, now there's probably been a billion weird retcons now. We have a whole nother animated series and all this other shit. Star Wars is no stranger to weird retcons, i.e. special editions.
Yep.
The most infamous retcon of all, that Han shoots first time.
Oh, just look at this ship shaking like mad. Oh, I love it.
Is there any change in a re-release of a movie that has pissed more people off?
I don't know.
Because the whole thing is, in the original movie, first before Greedo can shoot his laser because he's a fucking badass. In the remake, they edit it so it looks like Greedo shot from the hip first to make Han seem like less bloodthirsty. And I'm just like, for one, that's stupid. For two, that just kind of makes him less of a cool character. Like, you built Han to be this fucking badass space guy who's been around and done all this shit. Like, you're just taking away from him at that point.
Okay, now we got a group of
fanboys
3
fought.
Ships. Or...
The fanboys fought for years, and some still fight over which scene is actually canon. Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, and speaking about this, going back to what we were talking about with Darth Maul, I actually went out as him during 1 year in Halloween. Like, we had some face paint, and it made my so my head was done up to look like him, and I even carried around like basically a red stick, and I believe it was about like this long, as my lightsaber. It's actually it's quite fun to do, if I must be honest.
You know what's gonna blow your mind?
What?
9. I was Anakin.
Wow!
I'm not even shitting you.
Wow!
For Halloween '99, I was Anakin. I was like Anakin in the pod racer kids that had those pod racer helmets. It's a man.
That's amazing!
Next year, I think the next year or the year after that, that was the next year I was on this one. I had an Ogden because I was fucking 2000 to the late 2001 was my Digi obsession, where if I saw anything with Digimon on it, I had to have it or watch it, where I was just obsessed with Digimon, where it actually eclipsed Pokemon for a while. Like, yeah, like, dude, there was a time I liked Digimon more because the show was just better. I just liked the show more. And objectively, if you put Digimon Season 1 and Pokemon Season 1 next to each other, Digimon Season 1 is still better. Because there's actually, like, character development and plot instead of go here, do things. I'm not saying Pokemon Season 1's bad, it's a classic. Like,
when you compared it to, yeah, there's difference.
Yeah, because Digimon was more story-driven, and more, like, there was more plot, there was more depth to the characters, and there was more to it. But in Pokemon, it's more just about the journey, not really about the characters. The characters were kind of flat, but still a good show. And hell, as a kid, I couldn't tell the difference. I just liked Digimon more because I kind of liked the monsters more. Because Digimon designs, they really cater to boys. And here's what I mean. I mean all the spiky dinosaurs and like sharp teeth and stuff that caters to your little boys, teens.
Yep.
And then
dinosaurs are guns. To the point where they literally had just a Digimon just completely littered with guns.
there is Gundramon, who is literally a dragon made out of guns. I am not even shitting. There's actually a few Digimon that are just guns. Like, there is a Digimon who is just a gun, like Revolvemon, I think. Who is just a gun with a cowboy hat.
So, alright, so guys, that's actually going to have to do it for this time. Good grief. I just had a quick look at the clock. I've been a little bit running over. Whoops. Wow. This ship design is honestly a little bit of a modified version of the design that I used to use a lot. But over time, this will retain some of the similarities of the design I always used, but it is also going to have a lot of differences as well. Like, what differences it's going to have, I'm not quite sure. I'm still playing that out of my head, but it should lead to something interesting nonetheless. But for now, fire your ion beams at the like button if you guys enjoyed. No, I forgot. Turn the like button into a lifeless husk if you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.
That's not dark at all.
Yeah. The ion beams outro that used to be for old season. And for old series that we did. My bad.